Good morning, guys. Today is the day we're going to start Adobe Premiere, and you're just going to go to Start, and you're going to go to your programs, and you're going to go to All Programs, and underneath Adobe, it'll say Adobe Premiere Pro 2.0. You're going to go ahead and click on that. And today we're going to start a brand new project. So you're going to go ahead and click on New Project, and this is very overwhelming. All this stuff, but all we really have to focus is on down here, and this is the name, and you're going to name this Top 10 Video, and we're going to actually save it on, go to Browse, and we're going to save it on your desktop. And the reason why is that you're going to get more memory, and although they've updated our computers and given you guys some more memory, just in case, we're going to save it on our desktop. Now, when you save it on your desktop, it's only on that specific computer. If you move to another computer, it will not be there. When you log back in, it will be there, but you can't go from desktop to desktop. It's specific to yours. And we're just going to troubleshoot right away and save it to our desktop instead of our video. So go ahead, hit OK, Top 10 Video, and hit OK. Now, this is very overwhelming to some, and to other kids this makes a lot of sense. Down here is where we're going to put all of our pictures and video and audio and transition. So this is our timeline sequence here. Up here is where we can watch it, and then there's the play button there, there's a fast forward, rewind, that kind of stuff. But for this first project, we're just getting comfortable with this whole interface. So it's okay if you're not completely sure of what all this stuff does. Over here is where all your files are going to be brought in, whether it be photos or videos or music. This will all come in here. But the very first thing we have to do now is we need to go to Edit, we need to go to Preferences, and we just need to go to General. And here again, very overwhelming, but we want to make sure right now we've got Still Image Default Duration to 150 frames. And this little box here needs to be checked. Default scale to frame size. So that means that when you're bringing in all those different size pictures, you're going to be able to have them all the same size so it won't look silly in your video. And then you can just hit OK. All right. And then the very first thing we're going to do today in Adobe Premiere Pro is we're going to make a new title default still. And what that is if, and you can go ahead and you can name this intro and go ahead and hit OK. And what this is now, this opens up a new window. It's like a PowerPoint slide where you can go ahead and click on the text button and you can type in top 10. Well, let's do a little smaller than that. And this is a little overwhelming over here too, but font size. Adobe has these little, when you place your, I'm not touching, I'm just putting my mouse here. When I put my mouse here, I'm not clicking anything. When I click now, I can do up and down to make the font smaller and bigger. So there's no slowing you down with the drop down menu. It's quite efficient. So now I'm going to go back over here and click wherever I want to put my font, and I can put Top 10 Video. And take the move tool. I can actually move it, and this is kind of nice. You can actually make it. Okay, and that's where that's going to really vary from Adobe Premiere. All right, Top 10 Video. Not loving that, but I don't know what you guys are doing. I would call this Top 10. I'm going to be doing U.S. Olympic athletes, so I'm going to do something like that. But what I'm doing right now is I don't want to waste a ton of time on this. I'm going to actually come back to this, and I'm going to come back and make this look a lot better. But for right now, I just need this to hold a place on that timeline of my stuff. Okay, so now I can just hit the exit button, okay, and it's right here now. So this is a little different icon. And I'm just going to drag it, and I'm going to put it onto the video 1 line. Okay, and then if I hit play, okay, you can see your clock here, and that will play for about 5 seconds or so, for a little less than that, which is probably a little too long, but we can go back and fix that later as well. Today we're just kind of laying everything out, getting it there. This bar here, I'm not quite sure what the actual term is for it, but I call it the whammy bar. When you left click on it, you can move this to wherever you want, and if whatever slide you have here in your video or picture, and you can edit that one, and we'll explain that a little bit more. But if you're not seeing your picture up here, it's probably because this bar isn't on your picture. See, it's off, so now that's why you see all black. All right, now we're going to go ahead and import all those lovely pictures that you guys found yesterday, and I'm going to go to my folder that I have them all in. I just renamed it. There they are, Olympians Top 10. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select the first one. I'm going to scroll down, hold down Shift, and I'm going to click on the last one and it'll highlight them all. And I actually have more than 10 because there's a couple that I'm not quite sure if I'm going to use or not. I'm going to hit Open, and they're going to put them all right here for us. Okay? Oh, it's still working. It's still uploading them. But now what I can do is I can click and drag my pictures and see, you can see it here. So it's nice. So if you don't know which one it is, they're all here. And all you have to do is, now you have to go in order from the least favorite to the most favorite. So whatever one is your least favorite, which is still your favorite, you're just going to go here. And this will be your number 10. Okay, and it'll go there. And then you'll keep doing it. And I'm just going to do this in order here. And oops. Just pull that down. If that happens, just pull it, click and drag. It's pretty awesome. And you see how small this is? You can actually take this little thing here. If you don't remember whether or not you put it in there or not, like my Mr. Dan Jansen here, or Bonnie Blair here, I can just spread it out. It won't affect the time at all. It's just letting me see. So you're going to go ahead and put all your pictures in here. Oops. And just move this one here. Or you could do it this way too to see up here. Okay? And you're going to keep doing that until you get them all in there. I have Misty May and Carrie Walsh twice, who are our Olympic volleyball players. See how I have this one twice? So now all I have to do on this one is just hit right click and hit clear, and it'll delete it for you. So if you put one in there that you don't like, that you already put in there, oh, there we go. That's why. Alright, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shaun White's going to be my number 10. And then I'm going to go back to title. Go to new title. I'm going to do a default still. And I'm going to do a final slide. And this is what happens. Because that little whammy bar is over this slide, I'm able to put text over this slide now. So I don't want that. I actually want to go here at the end and then go to title, new default still. Oops, hit cancel. I already have it up here. I think. Oh no. Oh well. Alright, title, new title, default still. Hit OK. Alright, and final slide. Hit OK. And there you go. So now you can start typing. This would be your credits. This would be your where you found all your sources. Your sources, or you could also have another page of your sources, and you can just do thanks for watching, but that's always cheesy but kind of fun. But we do need to have a source page of where you found everything. So I'm going to click this off. Oh, there it was. I knew I had it. And then we're just going to drag it. And there is the beginning of a very basic video with default stills going slow. That's our skeleton, and that's a good place to be.